Speaker, I felt abused.
Please address me.
Speaker, with the greatest of respect, I felt very abused. And there, I felt, how can a man be killed in his own backyard? Even if there should be any crucifixion, the crucifixion should not be done in my own house.
Social media, maybe I butu say Enrana Honorable Frank Anodompre MP for Nsamadwejiri versus Victoria Emefa Harcastle. Says the acting chief executive officer of the Petroleum Commission Andra would see any Parliament House. Brana vetting of Dr. Omane Boama ever cost one as a bra Parliament suspended sitting because of Insembia Oliver Bakavomo of Farby. Eko can say NDC MPs no Waji Ademode and Sana wa approve the presidential nominees or the for the various ministerial positions. Na same way na a sorry of Parliament man I'm so the chairman of the appointment committee Honorable Benard Ahiafor invited Oliver said he should appear in Parliament on Wednesday to come and establish or prove the allegation why etia Parliament appointment committee. No, which is the same way Yebekaya Honorable Frank Anodompre on a Emefa Harcastle and Eclache Ewo in Sembi Hua Ye Nawekai na Ebusia Sanse way no Afenyo Markin on a Benard Ahiafor one so Eclache enye ize kura and wetin so no after the incident between Victoria Emefa and Honorable Anodompre no Honorable Anodompre a report to issue no to the Speaker of Parliament say the lady in question, I mean Emefa Harcastle, should be invited by the privileged committee to come and explain why she used those abusive words on a member of Parliament. Make sure say because answer me na to details. Now say na make sure say subscribe to the channel here. Mama answer subscribe na face watch the video now from so nya bi ahwe. Chira wa dwene first answer me hu in the comment section. And no tell busuya ye be kaya Andrew and Ebetogwa say the acting chief executive officer of Petroleum Commission, Madam Victoria Emefa Harcastle, and the Honorable Frank Anodompre, the MP for Nsamadwejiri, Eclache on the floor Parliament, and easy. Wabrana, the vetting of some ministerial nominees, including Dr. Omane Boama, the Minister Designate for Defense. Ewa, Ebeboom say Oliver Bakavama, what the Abetuga said, opposed on Facebook on 24th of January, say some members of the vetting committee they take bribe from the nominees before approving their nominations. And it's same way share the chairman of the appointment committee Honorable Benard Ahiafor Emma Ochiremu say Oliver Vakavomo should appear before the appointment committee immediately at 10 o'clock a.m. Wednesday. Ebusia same way na ubidim nearby Honorable Anodompre Emefa Eclache na emu ye den pa enu echi no Honorable Anodompre on the floor of Parliament report to my speaker say one year run hwe ebusia yeti how Honorable Anodompre reported the incident to the Speaker of Parliament.
A lady I have never met in my life, only later to be told she's called Victoria Emefa Harcastle, who is the acting chief executive officer for the Petroleum Commission. Speaker, I didn't say a word to her. I didn't provoke her in any way. Suddenly, insults were being hurled at me. Silly, stupid, useless. At a point, I thought they were referring to somebody. I turned. Well, if you doubt it, listen to me. When I'm done, the video is all over social media. Speaker, I felt abused.
Please address me.
Speaker, with the greatest of respect, I felt very abused. And there, I felt, how can a man be killed in his own backyard? Even if there should be any crucifixion, the crucifixion should not be done in my own house.
Na busuya wait na beto gwa say empanyini sese bi akoka pepa enje kirede ya yira koku no ne emefe na ete in the vetting room in Sembi Echo, so I said, yeah, every Echo I say, Oliver and Sanbebo, the minority were demanding that they should suspend the sitting for the vetting until the issue of Oliver has been dealt with. And the word micro minority, the honorable said to the band, the bank, I want to later because I said, you saw them before 1 year, I don't know, micro. And we say, and I say, tell me kind of be able to come apart and yet and no answer now. A run a casana, so no one of Rebecca Casana, a rather young no. Uncle Freddy say, what you say? What's the house? We are not seen anything yet. I wanna a run say, hey, now what can you do? Micro minorities, there's some local kind of provoke or about Brad. And now some already used to silly name harsh words be able to on about report to actually speaker. Is to say the lady is going to be invited to appear before the Privilege Committee of Parliament. I bucha same way now. Calvin Ekobedu Taylor, ni we fu. Emma or Chilemu say, oh say the first deputy speaker also here the chairman of the appointment committee, or a week. I mean Honorable Benard Ahiafor bucha. And some are Kevin Akacha Brantino, Honorable Afenyo Markin, minority leader and also a ranking member of the committee. So when you're the Kevin Taylor.
I'll never even react to your statement because it is in the right direction for all of us to make sure the right thing is done. But when you hide behind anything to think, say, you can distract a whole nation with misinformation or disinformation. People like us, myself, my guys on my team, the rest of my team members, we will come after you and we will do it. 2 days ago or 3 days ago when I came on air, I told Ghana for say, Oliver Vomawo. Sorry, if I get your second name wrong, I'm sorry. Oliver ever posting maybe on TV so about the vetting committee or say omujisika to vet people or to endorse people. But Tanaka say the vetting committee needs to clean itself. It needs to protect its integrity. The vetting committee was put together by Parliament, which is headed by Alban Bagman, the speaker. Meaning, when you speak or you speak ill of that vetting committee, you have spoken ill of the Speaker of Parliament because they are working to go and report to the Speaker. If you come out to speak about the committee, now say you make allegations that are very strong without any fact backing it. I was saying, or I said on my show, say this gentleman is supposed to be called to back his statement or his claims or allegations with a fact. If he's able to do that, why should we all be angry? We should be excited because that is the only way we can check the system. Inti dena me ba online me say Parliament, they need to call this guy for him to come and prove beyond reasonable doubt that parliamentarians or committee so they are not criminals and that they are not taking bribe. And God being so good, today the chairman of Parliament, a vetting committee, Mr. Ahiafor, made a statement directly and said the statement Oliver Vomawo made, it goes against the principles of Parliament. It goes against the integrity of Parliament and it goes against every single member on that committee. So he needs to come to prove to the world that committee this is simple and this is what we call accountability. This is very, very important. Right now, Parliament, I invited this man to come to Parliament, sit in front of Parliament, the vetting committee, the cameras will be on. He needs to tell us exactly where he got that information, who told him, and the evidence backing what he said, because you cannot use just hearsay to destroy the reputation of Speaker of Parliament. And Intina, when they are speaking at the vetting committee, when the nominees are questioned, they say, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman technically means that you are speaking to the Speaker of Parliament. It is very important for this guy to sit before Parliament and prove, because he's a lawyer. He fails to do that, then he's not a credible lawyer anybody should associate themselves with. Because I will never allow somebody to associate themselves with a lawyer who peddles falsehood. I will never do that. I want to make sure that if you're a lawyer, at least your integrity and protecting people's integrity should be the hallmark of you as a lawyer, what you do. So the moment he's not able to do that tomorrow, so when to me and prove that in front of the committee, now committee in the cracker say, oh, and as some other two, you are going to get a slap or you are going to get a little bit of a notch into Goa. It will not end there. His credibility as a lawyer needs to be looked at. He should not carry himself. If I see this guy sit on another TV, speaking on governance, speaking on accountability, politics, and corruption, that TV station or host will be seen as a fool because he has not been able to prove that whatever you say, you need to make sure the integrity of people, especially some of the offices or the third arm of government, which is parliament, is protected. This guy does not deserve to even stand on any platform to speak as a lawyer or as any reasonable person to contribute to the development of this nation. No discourse. We should not allow him to join any discourse until he proves to parliament tomorrow with fact evidence that at this point, this is the reason why I said what I said. In Umbra, but there's something funny happened in parliament today. The funny thing I see with parliament and then say, when the chairman, and I would like to say this, the NDC chairman, the chairman of the vetting committee, Mr. Ahiafor, is the weakest chairman I've seen in the history of this country. I think in all the appointments the NDC made, this is the worst appointment they've made. This was never supposed to happen. With all due respect to this gentleman, with all due respect to his experience in parliament, I don't think he is carved or he has the temperament and also the boldness to be the chairman of a vetting committee. I am disappointed, and I've always been disappointed in his approach to issues. He has allowed the foolish Afenyo Markin to get away with a lot of things. At a point, the micro minority feel that they could get their way. And sometimes you ask yourself, say, this chairman, what even actually convinced the NDC to bring Ahiafor to lead the NDC or to lead this vetting committee? Because he is not able to exert his authority on the vetting. So he allows the NPP, these rascals, the NPP side of the vetting committee, to just foolishly do what they want to do. And the issue is, it's appalling because the chairman needs to understand that this is not a place to be saying you are pleading with anybody, you are needing anybody's cooperation. Every single minute you people sit on that committee is monies that the taxpayer is paying you. So for Afenyo Markin, who is a defender of a pedophile, his girlfriend's ex-husband's children, that Afenyo Markin sent criminals to go after. Afenyo Markin, I will never respect that fool. If Freemason allows such people to join them, and Freemason is one of the most useless organizations in this world, because Afenyo Markin as a Freemason, I know the principles of Freemason. In Virginia, their biggest office or their biggest headquarters is in Virginia. I have seen that, I've been there. But the Freemason I know with principles, with men who have integrity, Afenyo Markin is a twerp to be part of Freemason because he has helped a pedophile to molest 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, and he feels proud about it. I played a video of this fool Afenyo Markin calling the children that his girlfriend's brother molested, put his dick in their mouth, threatening him whilst they are in court. That guy has no principles. I have a daughter, and I know how parents feel when Bema to say Afenyo Markin or show down nantem say or join be free karaga abedru ukurum what Jimmy girlfriend obi yire wakofa no saa nipa ne nua jeje ne kwati ato obi ba o girlfriend ne benum na wo defend nipa na odi sa bone no. Why should I respect such a fool? Because I have videos I have played, I have audios I have played of this same person threatening the parents of those children. He went further to send his law firm lawyers to go to the kids' school to go and try kidnapping the kids. I showed you pictures of the gentleman who went there. Afenyo Markin sent them. And one lady from Afenyo Markin's law firm, the General Legal Counsel, the Afenyo Markin was reported to General Legal Counsel. He went there, accepted, and said all that they said was true. But because our General Legal Counsel is full of criminals who don't want the right thing to be done, they told him to walk. Afenyo Markin is supposed to be disbarred. So when I see that stinking guy sitting on parliament committees talking, I'm like, we're a filthy man because you don't even understand. You have no principles. And I will never, because in Kwasiade Afenyo Markin, I'm making sure say Obidiaye Obibano, it can happen to my daughter. So I won't sit here for a dirty riffraff like Afenyo Markin to get away with murder, to get away with these kind of things and see him as an honorable person. Ye Jimintra, and as somebody like Afenyo Markin is still in parliament. Ye Jimintra and a political party will make Afenyo Markin the leader of a business in parliament. He's a nonsense guy, a filthy guy. He has no common sense. Intimino, when I speak, I don't just speak. I speak because some people, no make Jimmy, they are not supposed to be entertained. And I'm saying Afenyo Markin should not be entertained on the committee. He has no principles. To me, he hasn't. He has none. So, Mr. Ahiafor, if you cannot do the job, please, with all due respect, walk. Let somebody who is fit and can make bold decisions sit on the panel. Because you raising your voice does not mean you are resolute or you can exert force. No. These are micro minorities. They don't matter to anybody. These people have done more worse things than any government. When the MPP were in power, you saw the foolishness we saw during the vetting. Do you think the room you are giving to these people for them to say, let's adjourn, let's go and sit, waste Ghanaians' time? Do you think Oseche Mensah Bonsu or why is that criminal, will allow that to happen? He will override every nonsense and say, we are working here, we are serious here. We want to run a country, we want to run a government. You cannot let riffraffs who were given 8 years to lead this country, who foolishly fooled themselves for 8 years to be distracted us. You are working for the taxpayer. We want to vet people and listen to them. So if the micro dirty minority cannot accept, they should walk. You need to exert your authority. Every single minute on that committee is money that we are paying. If you cannot do the job, you are weak. Walk and let us get people who can sit and make decisions to move this nation forward. I am very disappointed in the NDC. I'm disappointed in John Mahama for allowing Ahiafor to still sit on this committee. If there's a procedure the NDC can activate in Parliament to make sure he's out for somebody to take over the chairmanship position on during the vetting, they should do it, because Ahiafor is basically the one who is retrogressing this vetting. Because if he had exerted his authority, the distractions and the nonsense coming from this minority, dirty minority, it wouldn't have happened. We would have had a smooth interrogation and vetting process whereby Ghanaians will understand these nominees. But because Ahiafor, you are weak like balls. You are weak. There's nothing about you that shows that you can, or you can basically control this committee. You can't. With all due respect to the Speaker of Parliament, Ahiafor, and to the NDC, he does not need to lead the NDC on this committee again. It's a waste of time. It's a total waste of time. The process has been derailed. It is not smooth because you the chairman, to take decisions. Who are you trying to please? Who are you trying to please? Democracy in itself, sometimes you have to be radical to get what you want. Who are you trying to please? These people shot your own people in the Volta region, in the other constituencies, just to hold on to power. You have power. I'm not saying kill. I'm saying exert your force. Let them understand that we gave them the opportunity. They fucked up. And that there are people here who can make decisions. Don't sit there like a 2-year-old kid and let these riffraffs who are given opportunity and fool themselves for 8 years to be sitting there and looking like they are important. What makes Afenyo Markin important? What makes those people sitting there junkies important? You need to let them understand. The people out there are the people who want to hear the nominee, not you people. So if you people are going to walk. The Ghanaian taxpayer wants to hear the nominee. The NDC panel members there, they are also Ghanaians. They can pose questions. So if they are not willing to, block them out and let's move on. There's no time. Time no day for Agege boys. John Mahama does not have time. We need to make sure things are done quickly. We need to make sure this country is moved from where it is to a better position. We don't have time to be entertaining foolishness. We have time to make sure that the things are done. The NPP foolish attitude, ignore them, Mr. Ahiafor. If you cannot do that, then just leave the seat for somebody who is willing to do that. Yes, I'm not going to mince words. With all due respect, you people are our servants. You took an oath to serve us. So we are not going to plead with you people. We are not going to beg you people. We are going to insist on the right thing. And the right thing is that when you sit there as the chairman of the NDC that has overwhelming majority in parliament because they worked hard, they told the Ghanaian the truth, they made sure the right thing is done, you cannot sit there and be pleading with a micro minority that is foolish. That were given the opportunity to lead and they fumbled and fooled. We don't have time to be wasting time on micro dirty minority. I don't care who they are. What I care about is the taxpayer. So from tomorrow, Mr. Ahiafor, you are not going to sit there and be a preacher. We the taxpayers, we turn on our TV. Every minute that you spend on that seat as the chairman, we are the ones paying you. We cannot do bad business. We want to also at the end of the day make profit. If those fools don't want to, at the end of the day, vet, let them go home. At the end of the day, they don't even have the numbers. Do not sit there and say, I am pleading with you. I am pleading with you. And you know, Honorable, why are you pleading with Afenyo Markin, a pedophile defender? Why are you pleading with him? Why should you plead with Afenyo Markin? What can Afenyo Markin do to effect? What can he do to affect this nomination or this vetting? He can't do nothing. He can stupidly ask foolish questions. He cannot change anything. So why do you plead with a man who's already in the ditch, a man in the toilet, a man who has no credibility, a group of people who are not willing to help because they were given 8 years to help and they foolishly fooled themselves? So why are you pleading with them? Where did you learn that language from? I am pleading with you. I am pleading with you. Oh, you say I don't tell Hana. Yeah, mine. Let's stop this childish thing and this me a Christian. I want to please everyone. You cannot please everyone. And that is what you people did from 2012 to 2016 when John Mahama tried to please everyone. Please the country. And it's not only NDC people or MPP people. Please the country. Your service is to the country. So don't sit there and say, somebody will think I am rude. Somebody will think NDC is being radical. Have you killed anybody? You want the process to go on. So if you cannot do the job, sit at home. I don't want to channel my energy on you. You are a very decent man. You are a very respectable man. You have proven you want to serve. If you know this particular position is too big for you, stay home. We will get somebody to do the job. Tell them that you are sick. They will get somebody in there to do this job. And if we had somebody who was resolute and strong, this vetting would have been the smoothest vetting. But you have allowed this micro, dirty, filthy incarnate who have been arrogant since they were given power in 2017 till date. You are giving them opportunity and say, please, please. What kind of nonsense please is that? Now, this issue, when it happened in Parliament, 10:30, a dream. Mrs. All right, team.
And see, just say the near break or watch him all the time. Say is going to make sure that all the appointees of the president are going to be put on their toes, the right path to work to the satisfactory of the party and the government. And you know, so your appointee, Kevin Chemu say, be on guard, do the right thing as expected. And yes, idea. Obe soja egu Chemu pa. But you know, Chemu say he's disappointed in President Mahama. Hey, now you say I brought in the because we 79 West no use now. Kevin says he is disappointed in President Mahama and also is disappointed in Honorable Benard Ahiafor, the chairman of the vetting committee. Osusu said the NDC side are being lenient to the MPP minority on the committee. Ochemu said, "Wasakura che video bi a echere bra na nado ba ben mo no. The likes of Honorable Joe Wise, bra no chairman of the committee no. In name bi oye the NDC, then the then minority ebusia wa yehwe and also
silliness in his sillinessness, it does not even make sense. Such a silly character, silly boy. And we entertain these things. Now, I'm not sure I here for the chairman of the committee. When Joe Wise was the chairman, time and MPP were power at the committee. Yeah, when they were vetting and this MPP time, yeah.
The rules, or else I'll go past you and call other people. Mr. Chairman, I think that I have to make it clear that I am not happy with the way that I am treated on this committee. Mr. Chairman, I want it on record that I never impugned ill motives to the nominee. I simply referred to scandals and sought to find out how he left the bank, so we assure ourselves that he had no role in those scandals because a vice president was held responsible and he also left as vice president. I never impugned ill motive. I never accused him, and I would like that to be on record that I am not happy about the way you have treated me on this committee. Honorable Suhini, you're not ready to ask the question. I'll move on to my next question. No, I've ruled you out. I'm asking another person to.
What kind of rudeness is this?
Honorable Cabo.
What kind of rudeness is this?
Honorable Cabo.
You see, this is when they were, they were in power. Ahiafor and Afenyo, please let me plead with you. Ahiafor, if you cannot do the job, walk home. Oh, Kwasiade, I just have what say. Sala cap at it war, ne nim se moko. What in Kwasiade na oka? Somebody's asking questions. Oh, Joe Wise, one was HMS Abonsu. Omo mu fia so mo hye canopy we yase. Hwe omo ho. O say HMS Joe Wise na kuma nye ye the pacemaker hye ho. $500,000. Parliament sika na tam dem akwase ampanyi we. And obeka cho so papa mobra. Now what better now say I'm pleading with you. You are pleading with who? Did you hear Joe Wise? He cut him off. Munya tumi ala mudi din kwase asem NDC for na mo pese mo please your hini bia mo pese mo please your hima bia mo pese mo please sofu bia na yase san kwase asem na de chechire man. Sometimes you need to be crazy to get what you want. Ain't Ahiafor. Tomorrow you'll be watching you. That thing must stop. These are they are insignificant. This minority, they are insignificant. We don't need to hear from them. These should be taped. These people, their mouths should be taped for Ghanaians to listen to the NDC. Today you are sitting there pleading with them, and
this NDC appointee, Kevin has sent a strong signal to you all. When you miss call, and you have to be on your toes. And yes, I'll say, oh for Leah, or fire. The Bushan Sabri there, honorable press seminal between her and him and Madame Victoria Mefane there. We are looking forward for the privilege committee to invite Madame Emefa before Parliament to do the needful. So we expect her to appear before Parliament to apologize. That will be a Abba, yes. And this every day we see Kevin say, Honorable Benard Ahiafor is being soft before the other members are. I said there. Afenyo Markin so any missed call from Kevin Taylor. It's a Busiame show say Kevin himself we watch about you found. Now I share video no so na for so be ashe. E yam so for Nana apia me demo ebesi